Hello? Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the Court of the Edijester. How are we all? And great to be speaking to you once again here on the YouTubes. The YouTubes, right? Okay. We'll start with a joke. Why are turds tapered? So your arse don't shut with a bang. I don't know why that amused me, but it did. So what have we got for you today? Well, in the continuing fiasco that is the WPATH files, we are seeing more and more people expose this utter nonsense organisation to the sunlight and scrutiny it deserves. I'm hoping for a right royal roasting of all of them at some point, but you'd think that would have happened by now. Unfortunately, it hasn't. Mainstream media, still quiet, still silent. I hope that's changed since I put this up. But here we have Matt Walsh. Now, some of you will remember Matt Walsh from his film, What is a Woman?, which was a tremendous piece of jiggery pokery that shoved it up them. Right, essentially. Matt's rather good at that. As you know, Matt Walsh, beloved of feminists everywhere. I can see you all now. Bloody Chester. Beloved of feminists everywhere. As if, right? Matt comes at it from a particular angle, like we all come at it from a particular angle. But this is very good if you want to understand some of the basics and some of the stuff that's going on. So Matt has put out a video. I'll put the link to the tweet in the Dubras, and here's what he had to say. WPATH, the organisation that creates the widely accepted standards of care for trans medicine, was a radical cult from the very beginning. I've said it all along. It's good to hear somebody else saying it. And you can watch his full expose into their sordid and untold history. A wonderful title there. WPATH's origin story traces back to a gender-confused, new-age, drug-addicted, lesbian rich kid named Rita Erickson. Her prolific nudist friend, Zelda Suppley, and their Erickson Educational Foundation. After transitioning from Rita to Reed, Erickson had 4 failed marriages, developed a drug addiction, and fled to Mexico to avoid drug charges. Her child had to take on a conservatorship of her estate due to her mental and physical decline. This didn't stop Erickson from using her EEF organisation to fund the people and organisations that became WPATH, and the who's who of unhinged doctors in the field of transsexualism and transgenderism, including, and then he talks, as we're going to see now, about the people that were there at the beginning, the same as the report did from MIA, the WPATH files. Dr. Harry Benjamin, who wrote The Transsexual Phenomenon in the book, he writes that he supported vaginoplasties, no such thing because you can't create a vagina, to create fake vaginas on males, despite admitting they were really wounds which could degrade and become obliterated. I urge you now to go and look at the tweet. You will see he's got a picture of the text itself so that you can see that what he's saying has veracity, which is important. And then Dr. John Money, who directed twin boys, one of whom he was transing, to inspect one another's genitals and engage in behaviour resembling sexual intercourse. Ultimately, one shot himself and the other died of a drug overdose. He's then got a clip from Daily Wire of Dr. Miriam Grossman, which you can see there in this thread. Dr. Anne Lawrence, a man who admits to having autogynephilia, a paraphilia where he is aroused by thinking of himself as a woman, and said of his genital mutilation, "For so many years I have longed to be penetrable, to be a vessel, a receptacle, and now I am." See the degree, the depth of depravity of these people. The depth of depravity. Dr. Lawrence's writing appears to be from 1998, just a year after he resigned from a hospital after performing a non-consensual genital examination on an unconscious female patient, according to an incident report. And then again, Matt's provided you with the picture so that you can see the actual case number there. So there's, again, people looking for receipts. Here they are. Okay. Dr. Lawrence remained involved in the standards of care, co-authoring the 6th version, 2001, by the Harry Benjamin Association, which was the last version published before a name change to WPATH in 2007. He's even cited in today's current standards, as is Dr. Money. As recently as last year, the WPATH website fully acknowledged, almost proudly, their origin story with the Erickson Educational Foundation and the formation of the Harry Benjamin International Gender Dysphoria Association, now WPATH. This is the origin of WPATH, which and he's got then at Schellenberger, which is Michael Schellenberger, who revealed this week with Mia, that the WPATH files has mistreated children for years while acknowledging they can't possibly consent to these barbaric procedures. Matt then finishes by saying it's time for the medical profession to do what it should have done long ago and shut down these con artists before they hurt anyone else. I couldn't agree more, Matt. It's amazing watching people and interacting with people on Twitter at the moment. And I don't know whether you've experienced this. Perhaps you can tell us in the doobries, right? In the doobries. That not the doobries, the comments. That what we're seeing is a number of people are going, yeah, this can't be true, this isn't true. Some trans person wrote, there's 210 errors in this. Yeah, all right. Okay. How many do there have to be before you stop hurting children? 210? Will 211 do it? When we get to 211 errors, can you then stop hurting children? How about that? Let's make a deal. How many children do you want to put on the butcher's block? How many do you want to put on the butcher's block? Just let us know. And we'll go away and come back and bother you when we reach that number. Jeez, these people. And other people asking for, I want real evidence. I don't want a report from a right-wing think tank. The right-wing think tank report, which you are moaning about, the WPATH files, is very well referenced. Go and have a look. Go and have a look. And more work will be done on it. Like anything that requires, input from people, more work will be done, and we shall expose more and more of what these vicious swine are up to. So watching people deny this is incredible, and seeing people deny it in real life is also incredible. Talking to somebody yesterday who was having a conversation with their friend about this absolute total denial. Total denial. They'll find any boundary to have to engage with it. So you send it to them and go, ER, have a look at it, WPATH. Ooh. I'm tempted to carry around paper copies and just hand it to random people in supermarkets. Here, read this. Any idea what's going on? Just 247 pages. Be a rather expensive endeavour. So, talking to my friend yesterday, talking to their friend the same day when the WPATH sent it to them. Oh, I'm not reading that. It's from a right-wing think tank. This is what they'll come up with any excuse. No, that was written by Nazis. Was it? Was it really? Was it? Have you seen Mia? Don't see me a goose stepping, do you? No. So these people are going to put anything in the way that they can in order to not have to engage with this. We need to get it to Parliament. It needs to be spoken about in Parliament. And I have the funny feeling that somebody might be doing that in the next week or two, because we need to get it into Hansard. At that point, once it reaches Parliament and we start talking about it at that level, the newspapers and all of the, usual muff nutters will have to talk about it. What I'd like to see is it on Question Time. With, what's her name? That talking pencil? Fiona something. Because it's used to Question Time's hopeless, isn't it? It's absolutely beyond the pale bad now. And you remember what it used to be like years ago? How far back can you go with Question Time? There's a question. Robin Day? With his bow? No, then you know you're old. At least then they used to, have people by the nutsack and put them screaming to the floor. I don't even know what it is now. It's just a talking shop for the Liberals. But there you go. Every now and again they seem to bring on a Conservative they can make fun of. Anyway, there you go. Here we go. It continues. The WPATH file examination continues. The analysis continues. We're still going, folks, and it's going to be going for a very long time. Let's keep at it. But listen, stay well, all right? Because this is tough stuff. Look after yourself too. Have a treat, like I did yesterday. Jam and scones. Naughty. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.